That's where Joe is standing by with Chef Stu. And what do we got going on this Monday, guys?
Well, first of all, Michael, no computers here in the kitchen set, so things should go smoothly, right, Stuart?
Absolutely. I got my software in order.
The software is in order. And speaking of which, what are some of these items we're going to be making this morning?
All right. Well, I'm going to make gyros, which the first time I ever encountered it, I was a junior in high school. My mom comes home and she goes, "I bought you something called a gyro before you go to the game." And you can really pronounce it gyros, gyro, whatever you're comfortable with, I'm happy with. I know what you want, so I'll make it for you.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so what I've got here is I've got 1 pound of lean ground beef and 1 pound of ground lamb. And I'm going to start adding my stuff to it. I've got some grated onions.
Got to add the stuff.
Yeah.
That's an important part of kitchen, adding the stuff to it.
Yeah, I've got some egg that I kind of tossed up here. I'm going to go a little bit of salt. Some Greek seasoning. You can get any brand you want. I prefer the one with the familiar red, yellow, and black label.
Okay.
Just a touch of garlic, about 18 cloves. Some fresh parsley. And then I'm going to multi-purpose this lemon.
Multi-purpose lemon, okay.
Yeah, for the meat mixture, I'm going to use the zest or the outside peel.
Okay.
And then later on, I'm going to make a tzatziki, and I'll use the juice for that.
Cherish and I were in the kitchen last week. I was trying to get that lemon zest, but it wouldn't come through the little holes when I was doing it. Your holes seem to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I have 2 different sizes of these, and I went with the larger one just to make sure I didn't have the problems, because I watched you struggle, and I went, I don't want to look like that.
Just to make sure it's zest-licious.
Yep. And then the last thing I'm going to add in here is just a little bit of olive oil, just to give it a little bit of fat, a little flavor. I'm going to mix it up.
Putting the gloves on because you're serving others.
Right. And because, you know, you don't want to shake my hand after this.
No, not really. Yeah.
And what I'm basically making here, I mean, is meatloaf. Okay. Just a Mediterranean or Greek meatloaf. I'm going to put it in my pan here, stick it in the oven for 45 minutes to an hour. And you'll see just how easy this is to make. Now, it's not going to have the exact same texture that you're used to when you go to the gyro stand, because they use a thing called a shawarma. Okay. Which I think is Greek for spit turned sideways. Yeah, and that's basically all that it is.
We don't have a shawarma here in the Studio 10 kitchen set.
Nope, and that's why I'm going to put it and just make it into a standard meatloaf, stick it in the oven.
Okay, stick it in the oven, and when we come back, we'll talk to Stuart more about Bay City Grill as well, and we'll have some gyros, or gyros, as he said, coming up in just a little bit.
Welcome back to Studio 10 and our great kitchen set with Chef Stuart from Bay City Grill. We're making some gyros here today. You've been busy chopping away on some cucumber.
Yeah, actually I'm going to make a tzatziki, which is a traditional sauce that goes with gyros, and we even make a Greek salad where we use that as the dressing. And it's a really simple thing. Traditional one is made with yogurt, and I've got about a cup of Greek yogurt here. Okay. For the American palate, a lot of places, and we're one of them, will also do equal parts sour cream. Okay. And that way it kind of isn't so yogurty. Gotcha. That's a new word, by the way.
Yogurty. Yep. Now that Greek yogurt, I find, tastes very similar to sour cream.
It really does. I'm a big fan of Greek yogurt. It's thicker. It's got a better consistency to it. And then I'm going to take the cucumber that I've been dicing on here. You can also grate this, throw it in the food processor, whatever makes it easier for you, Cherish.
All right.
Okay, and then I was talking about this lemon earlier. I'm going to roll it on the cutting board. What that'll do is that'll just let the juices run free when I cut into it. Hold my hand over it so I catch this. Now, we've got a few new items on our menu this summer.
All right.
This isn't one. This is always on the menu. Okay. And but we've added a muffalata, and I make the Italian olive salad from scratch in the house. We also added a hot dog that is huge. It is Joe Lemer huge. It is a half-pound sausage. Wow. It's about this long, about that big around. It goes in an 8-inch bun and hangs off the edge on both sides.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I've got this mixed in. I'm just going to add a little more of that Greek seasoning. And our tzatziki / dressing is ready.
All right, so tell everybody where Bay City Grill is located. Where can they find you?
It is on Highway 43, just down from Satsuma High School and across the street from the baseball park. Everybody knows where the baseball park is.
All right, so easy to find.
Yeah, and you can also go to our website at baycitygrill.com. You can take a look at our menu. You can get specific directions, look at it on the map, get a phone number. We'll even take a fax order.
Okay, there you go. So plenty of ways to order. So the sauce is ready. So when we come back, what's left to do?
We're going to make and try a sandwich.
All right, so that'll be happening in just a few minutes. In the meantime, make sure you log on to our website, Studio 10 tab on fox10tv.com, and grab this recipe. Joe?
I've never heard anything described as Joe Lemer huge before. That was Stuart Rebdonald from Bay City Grill finishing up our gyros. Stuart, tell the folks what we've done so far if they're just joining us.
All right, well, the first thing we did is we took our lamb and our ground beef, we mixed it together with some Mediterranean spices and stuck it in the oven. And then I made the tzatziki, the traditional sauce that goes with the gyro. And now we're going to put the whole sandwich together. So my loaf is out. I've got a couple of pieces here. What I'm doing now is I fired up the old Thermidor cooktop here.
Right.
And I've got my pita bread in here, and all I'm wanting to do with the pita bread is I'm warming it up just enough that it'll fold without breaking.
Okay.
I think the technical term is making it pliable.
Pliable. That's the technical term this morning on Studio 10.
Right. So I've got that here. I'm going to take a square of aluminum foil.
All right.
I'm going to lay my pita bread down in here.
And this is something the folks can get at Bay City Grill as well?
Absolutely. This is on our regular menu. And come on in. We'll make it for you if you don't want to go through all this trouble.
Sure.
I'm going to put down a little bit of that tzatziki.
Homemade tzatziki.
Absolutely. Nice, good fresh cucumbers in it. And I'm going to dig out a little bit of the gyro meat here.
Looking pretty good.
Like yours nice and meaty, right?
Definitely meaty, yep.
All right. And then what we do is we garnish it with some diced tomatoes, little shaved onion. Are you a spicy kind of guy, Joe?
I can be today. What do we got there?
Okay, this is feta cheese. And we'll throw that on there a little extra for you if that's what you like.
Sure.
Gives it a little saltiness.
Yep.
Now, I'll tell you what I like to do on a gyro, and I learned this in Lincoln, Nebraska, of all places.
Okay.
Is that you can get sriracha, which is a Thai chili sauce.
All right.
It goes great with this, and that'll spice it up. So I'm just going to fold it up a little, roll my foil over once, twice.
3 times a lady.
There we go. And I've got it on the plate here, and I've got it dressed with just a little side salad there. And like I said, you can use the tzatziki as a dressing. Put that right on top. And you're ready to chow down, my friend.
Voila, look at that. All right, so while I take a small bite of this, tell the folks again once some more about Bay City Grill. All
right, well, we're on Highway 43 in Satsuma, right across from the baseball stadium. Website, again, is baycitygrill.com. Come on in. We're mainly what we do is pub grub. We got burgers, fries, wings. The gyro usually comes with sweet potato fries, and that's very popular. And you never know. And once again, the Joe Lemer-sized hot dog.
That's right. So this is looking fantastic. Get the recipe on our website, Studio 10 tab on fox10tv.com, or stop by Bay City Grill to try it out yourself. Stuart Rebdonald, thank you so much this morning.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys.
Thank you, guys. It smells so good. My stomach has been growling.
Absolutely. What, we got about 4.5 minutes till we can pounce on it?
Yes, exactly. A little bit longer. So first, though, we have